So I'm sitting here enjoying my favorite yogurt. Catch you up on the last bits of yesterday. Is this Chobani Tropical Escape. I really like the almond loco, cocoa loco better. They both have coconut yogurt with pieces in it. Coconut pieces. So coconutty, so good. This one is coconut, pineapple, and hazelnut. So it has pieces of hazelnut, pineapple, and coconut, and a coconut yogurt. Anyway, it's so good. I'm so glad to be able to have it. I'm over here at my fallout shelter where there's a refrigerator where I can keep some things, and when I can get over here have better food, because yesterday for breakfast was sausage and rice. I've never heard of this combination before. I don't know who eats sausage and rice for breakfast. That's certainly not. Let's see if I can get some better light. Always with the lighting. I've never been to anybody's house that offers that. I've never seen it on the menu at the restaurants. I have seen croquettes and rice maybe, but not sausage links and rice. And the sausage is freezer burned, and it's not real sausage. It's like, you know, brown and served stuff. And anyway, so yeah, and they still wake you up at 5 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday for breakfast, and I really needed some rest, so I came over here to my fallout shelter because last night, or night before last, I had to, or early yesterday morning, I had to go pick up the worker at the shelter, believe it or not, because her ride didn't come. So I got woke up out my sleep to go pick her up. And not a problem, because I appreciate the workers at the shelter because they work with me. The director don't work with you. The other director don't work with you. The daytime shift don't work with you. But the nighttime shift works with me. So I didn't mind going to pick her up, but that's why I'm exhausted, because I really didn't get any sleep. And it was Friday, my roommate's payday. I knew she was going to turn all the way up. So yeah, I just came to the fallout shelter, eat some good food, do my laundry. That's what I'm waiting on now, my outfit to get out the dryer because everything didn't dry. Yeah, so I got the weekend off. It was a blessing to be able to send my son with his dad, and that he let him bring the little boy from the shelter with him, which I had been working on him, which I understand, because I would have second, third, fourth, fifth guesses too, if my son wanted to bring some kid home from the shelter. Not like that, but trust, the people I've met and what I've seen and the histories I've learned, we are absolutely an anomaly in this system. So I would understand his pause in letting him in his home. So no judgment there at all. But the tricked out thing was my other roommate, the one that we're not getting along with, son came downstairs and asked if he could go. And I'm just like, what? And the both of us was confused. My son's dad looked at me like, why you set me up like this? And I'm like, I didn't set you up. I had no idea the little boy wanted to go. But how did you ask your mom? Because if you asked your mom and she said yes, then I'm really confused, because we're not friends. So why would you let your son go over my son's father's house? Now, yes, I would be the type of person to let them continue to have a relationship despite our relationship. But because I know she's going to have to tell the abusive boyfriend about her son going over my son's dad's house, I know that's going to cause some type of fight for her. So, you know, if that's what y'all do, cool. But I'm not going to add in that. I'm not throwing my son and his father in that, because if they pull up to the crib and that dum-dum is here and he stepped to my son's father the way he tried to step to me, it ain't going to go as kind. So, you know, real diplomatic, like he just told him, you know, maybe next time, partner. I wasn't even with this plan. And he really wasn't. He just, you know, is trying for the love of the both of us. So I appreciate that very much. Okay, so I think that was all caught up, at least for now. At the fallout shelter, so I could get a good night's sleep, not be interrupted at 5 o'clock for breakfast, and then, let me see, probably 10 o'clock to check chores, which I don't even have a chore. So, yeah, I just wanted a good night's rest. And I'm glad to had this fallout shelter. It's actually my old client, well, he's still a client, but his old apartment, and it supposedly has mold in it, and he can't stay here anymore, but he's got like crazy allergies, like crazy allergies. So I don't know if it's toxic to me or not, but I would rather take the risk than have had to spend the night at that shelter last night. Like, seriously. Yeah. All right. So there's tons of other stuff that goes on in the shelter. I'm gonna get around to making I gotta get that video about the food and the missing donations, which have now been moved out of the building, which to make state think they gave them to us, and moved next door to the storefront she wants to open. So I mean, just a lot of ridiculous stuff that I've got to start making a separate report on. Later, I need to write all this stuff down, get some outlines. All right. I don't like warm yogurt, so hasta.